So this is a PowerPoint presentation for sponsorship and activation. The definitions: sports sponsorship, basically it is a financial support by an outside body for the beneficial of both parties, that is sponsor and sponsee. And sports activation, it is a marketing activities done by the sponsors to promote its sponsorship, and it brings brand value to the people's life and the sponsee. And these sports activation money is not sponsorship given money to the sponsee, so it is basically a separate money invested by sponsor to promote sponsorship. So the next slide. So benefits for sponsors, so they can put logo placements in uniforms and apparel. So we can see a lot of sporting clubs, they have put the logos of sponsor like Nike, Puma, or other kinds of sponsors. And they also do benefit getting advertising for their brands and company or products. And for the benefits for sponsee, it has a lot of benefits. Basically, they can fund their events, products, facilities, and events they're doing, and they have good good business relationship. And if their sponsors are bigger and well known like Nike, they can always attract more sponsors for their events, products, and facilities they are doing. The generic idea about sponsorship and activation is they can be both beneficial for sponsor and sponsee as a whole, in terms of creating bridge between customers, sponsor and sponsee. And basically here the customers are the one who invest their money, time, and it can be a huge or niche markets for sponsorship. It can be for high school team or college team versus elite team, like big soccer teams or basketball teams, so that uh, they can attract huge attendance and viewership in any small or bigger events, going to elite teams in professional sports. So examination of sports sponsorship, activation, and examples. So this is one of the event done by Puma's sponsorship deals and activation with the Vision Bold, where their main strategy was to engage sports fan through the event called Hangout with Bolt. So basically, they gave a positive notion to fans worldwide, and they selected five individuals from all over the world, and they gave the chance to interact with Usain Bolt, and they bought other platform for this cause, like social media together, like Instagram, Facebook, and other social medias like Google. And here's the link, which was the live hangout with Bolt done by the winners and the uh, selected fans all over the world. So there were five of them. And another event is Half Fans by Aguilia in Colombian Soccer League. Basically, this was a league where the women's soccer team of Colombia was about to get cancelled, and they were not having good sponsors, and fan base all around the world. So basically, this was the activation done for a cause which helps women's league in Colombia, and the half fans by Aguila. Aguila is a beer brand where their motto was to show the fans that the only team can be completed would be if they have men's versus women's team. So if they give a message to fans that if they support only men's team, then they are supporting half, and that was the message given. And after the message by this beer, they generally got their sales increased, and their promotion was done and went high up after this event done by them. And this was a social cause and event activation done by the beer company for Colombian Soccer League. Another example was Melbourne Football Club, and their motto was match players with items they love. So Melbourne Football Club, they ran online and they did the trivia contest across the social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, and they highlighted the importance of being safe, showing AFL players using sunscreens, helmet, and other products. So basically, this event helped them uh, to collect a more fan bases, and they creating authentic connection between partners, sponsors, and fans as a whole. The campaign was done to bridge up between life insurance, which was their official bigger partners, and they exposed their fans and give social message that they need to use this product and utilize it for their care. So it was also the the trivia done to bring the fans together, and sponsors, and the team Melbourne Football Club as a whole. Another example would be Reebok and Abu Dhabi color run. Generally, Reebok, they were the title sponsors for Abu Dhabi color run back in 2015. However, they were the sponsors for few decades for this event. So this was a big event held in Abu Dhabi, and their main motive, the Reebok motive, was to promote the new running shoes, G-Palm Fusion, and there were other races and other events, and it was like a festival. It was a bigger festival held every year in Abu Dhabi, and Reebok had their own stall and booth where they organizes the little race wearing the G-Palm Fusion shoes, and they also created jump contest and photo booth contest for their fans, and these, so they basically attracted a lot of fans in that particular event, and they were enjoying more after the game as well, because they had they choose this activation um to promote their shoes effectively. And Revox also attracted other people from that events, because many people had um, a lot of booths, and they had their own places in this particular festival events, and the overall sales increased after this event due to the great fan engagement done by Reebok. Likewise, the digital photo booths and interactive fan engagement by kiosks and Dallas Cowboys. It was the 2019 season where the photo booth was set up by kiosks, and while fans enjoyed entering the stadium, because they can select the five of their best players and take photo within the photo booth, and it felt like it was real experience, choosing their favorite players and taking a photo. So the activation itself was concept of pose with the pros. So this was the basic concept, and this created better fan experience, combining both physical and they use digital media like photo booths. They used it through social medias like Instagrams, Facebook, and it was the idea to give message that we are no strangers. So meaning they are trying to bring the base together, and it also gave fans a special memories from this event, and it went through after the game, and also um, also they went back to their home and they had a great experience with the kiosks, and they basically increased their engagement with both Dallas Cowboys, and they increased their sponsor marketing and strategy as a whole. So the recommendations and strategy for this, first of all, as a director you need to create sponsorship properties, and as an athletic director you should not be afraid of utilizing the property for fans and sports sponsorship. For this one, you need to organize fans appreciation event days, VIP events, races and marathons. So this basically gives values to the customers, and these kinds of VIP events helps that the customers feel like they are valued. And races and marathons, they can attract a lot of people uh, throughout these events to the facilities and sponsors as well. Another recommendation would be have current detailed audience data. So for this, you need to value audiences and valuable assets to your business and property, or or your club or your events. And audience are the only to buy sponsoring products and services. So this should be valued in order to stay in the business, or in order to gain a long time sponsorship from your sponsor. Also, audience survey is also necessary to give their maximum satisfactions, and how as a entity, business entity, or a club or event manager, you can attract more customers and give value to the existing customers as well. So the detailed data also helps to improve the facility and organizing events in the long run. So that is really necessary uh, to conduct any event. It is also necessary to know the brand value. So the basically here I'm talking about the brand value is not about brand awareness. So one need to know about its club, facility, and event value. And they also need to forecast the offerings. They have unique offerings for their sponsors and audience and customers as well. And the knowledge of the audience is really necessary. And they also need to find the targeted group, and who are the target groups, and what can be done to improve the you know the groups, the age groups maybe, who has more attendance and who are loyal to the sponsor and sponsee. And one should also try to work with the sponsors about activation and what can be done in and outside the events and games as a whole. And these are the references for the presentation. Thank you.